Hello, every people. Hello, every people. Hello, I got my people and then the boy in purple. Okay, that's stupid. Hello, every peoples. This is SeetherCord here with a very serious topic for today's video. Today, I'm going to be exposing / uncovering. No, not uncovering. Exposing. That's right. Exposing the true tendencies of the community of which I currently partake in. I want to let you guys know I am not a furry. Actually, in reality, I'm an undercover non-furry, anti-furry that's actually here to expose the true nature and tendencies of the furry community. And I'm going to reveal to you guys how the furry community is actually a communist agenda that is actually being pushed into our society. So guys, I've taken the time to do all the research. I got out my giant board with all the papers and I've done all the connecting the dots and everything, the red lines, crossed over all the papers and everything to let you guys know that how I have discovered, and I will explain to you guys in full and great detail how the furry community is actually communist. And if you join the furry community, you're actually secretly a communist, and how I'm here to expose the communist furry agenda that's being pushed through these furry conventions and these furry YouTubers and these fursuiters. So let's dive in to why I believe the furry community is actually secretly a communist agenda and that every furry involved is a communist. Let's begin. Now, for starters, we have to first address how people treat the community in the beginning when you first join into the community of the furry fandom. Now, for starters, we need to bring up how you get greeted. And for an example of this is how when it comes to being greeted within the furry community, you have people that will say, oh, this is our community. And if you pay close attention to what they just said, they said our community. It's all together, all one. There's no individuality or anything like that. It's our community. So that's already a warning sign, a red flag then, but we don't have enough full evidence yet to support my claim. But just keep that in mind, our community, our furry fandom. Next we have to bring up is the economics of the furry community. Now, some people might say that communism can have some social aspects to it, but we're going to primarily focus on the economics for this video. Now, when it comes to the economy of the furry community, you mostly have to consider art, you have to consider going to a convention, like a furry centered convention, and you have to consider fursuits. You can also consider ad revenue for furry YouTubers and everything like that, or furries that make OnlyFans accounts or whatever. They do sculptures, or they do whatever involving the furry community. That is essentially the furry economy. First, we have to consider why people are communist in the furry community. For starters, we have to consider the fact that the furry means of production is controlled by the furry government, which is run by Majira Strawberry, it's run by Uncle Kage, and it's run by every person who runs a convention, or any person who runs a furry group or a Telegram group chat or something like that. They essentially control the economy and all of the furry community and the furry means of production. And also you got to consider the fursuit makers too. Now they might say oh, actually no, it's capitalist because they make their own prices, they start their own business. Well, you got to understand though, they have the same prices for the same types of fursuits that they're selling. So again, yeah, there might be a difference in pricing for different fursuits based off of size or full suit or partial suit, but all of the partial suits typically stay the same. So they might not fully be the exact same, but for the most part they stay the same. So that must be communist, since it's all the same, it's equal, it's our. Now, the next thing we have to consider when it comes to the furry means of production and the furry economy is also the fact that when it comes to the policies that they implement for the furry communist agenda, they also have to have regulation at conventions. They have to have security guards. They have to make sure that you can't do crazy amounts of drugs and everything. They also have to impact people that get kicked from furry groups or furry communities. You also have to consider the fact that some people get kicked from furry group chats, be it on either WhatsApp or Telegram or on Amino or whatever, for breaking the rules or causing harassment for people. When they get kicked out, that means that there's rules. So if there's regulation, that means that the furry government, aka the people that run the chats and run the YouTube channels and run the conventions and sell the fursuits and everything and create them, they're essentially the government and they have the rules. So that must be communism. So there's another instance of how the furry community promotes a communist agenda. The next case in point for why a lot of furries within the community actually push a communist agenda is actually the people that are seen within the Skype furry related groups or the Discord furry related groups that you see on these platforms and everything. And you see a lot of like edgelord memes that are posted by like 15 and 16 year olds. Now, typically you have to see a lot of them, for example, when it comes to, let me give you guys an example. For starters, they have the meme, you guys know that like one GIF where it's like the handicap symbol that you would typically see like on a bathroom sign or something, and then like it morphs into the communist logo. Yeah, that's an instance, and like they got a point. And again, that's why also you should consider people that are in wheelchairs. You have to have like suspicion of them being communist too, because it's like it's their secret hiding point, you know, like because the logo that was made is actually like if you twist it around, it actually morphs into the communist logo. That is the most fucked up thing I have ever said on this channel. Oh my god. Another thing we got to consider is also that the impressions of young people within the furry community when it comes to them pushing the communist agenda, and they're okay with it. Like, look at this one kid who in no way is just being a troll at the age of 10, which also, if they are actually a troll, good on them. Actually pretty good at being a comedian and everything.
And I want to make a video about why, to this day, after the time in history when it was founded, we still need communism. If I were to ever start a country with a communist government, wink, wink, wait 12 years, I'd probably make it like have these these buildings which you can put in money for other people to have.
The last I must consider is the a lot of furries within the community on be it either Skype or Discord's obsession with the USSR, aka the Soviet Union. Now, they might post a lot of memes, and in no way it might mean that they're making fun of it, but it's actually like a sense that they're actually proud of it. They want the United States or every other country in the world to follow the globalist lizard people agenda to bring the Soviet Union back and everything. And they want Vladimir Putin to ride on the horseback shirtless with his nice beer belly hanging out, and just have like just his magnificent Fabio hair and his like golden cross on his neck, just like, you know, ride off into the sunset and everything, and, you know, spread the greatness of communism. So we got to understand, guys, I know what I'm talking about. I know I might sound a little bit crazy, but hear me out. I listen to Alex Jones's InfoWars podcast 25 hours a day, so I should be good to go, and I know what I'm talking about.
You think I am like shocked by it, so I'm up here bashing it because I don't like gay people? I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Serious crap.
Also, another thing to consider is that a lot of these like influential like edgelord teenagers that are obsessed with the Soviet Union in the furry community, they talk a lot about the military because they want to like get weaponized for the Soviet Union and everything. And it's not necessarily because of the fact that they had a pretty impressive military back then. It's actually because they want to encourage war. So these furries are definitely a threat because they're pushing a communist agenda, and they're no way just being edgelord teenagers. The next thing I need to consider is also like the values of a lot of furries and everything. A lot of them, if you like talk to them or if you ask them like, oh, what are your values? A lot of them have very huge like similarities to Mao and to Stalin. And, you know, I'm not just saying that because I just want to get the time limit for this video up to 10 minutes. Fucking motorcycle outside. Okay. But yeah, a lot of like furries out there listen to the autobiographies and the biographies of Mao and Stalin, so definitely watch out for that. Another very important thing that I forgot to mention is the fact that the with the whole like virus going around and we have to wear face masks whenever we go out and social distance. A lot of people aren't aware of this, but it's actually the first step towards the government pushing us towards having to wear fursuits fully every day, all day. Now, the reason that I say this is like we're currently in 2020. By 2022, we're gonna have to wear like a full like helmet thing, like, you know, like a stormtrooper from Star Wars helmet, and then eventually they're going to upgrade us by 2024 or 2026, maybe 2025. We're all going to be wearing full-fledged fursuits within about half a decade from now. So guys, reject the furry community. Don't give into this because you guys don't want to be forced to wear the communist furry fursuits and everything. So be aware. The last thing I'm going to talk about for this video today about why furries are pushing a communist agenda is actually when it comes to the things that furries dedicate their lives to in the career fields that they go to school for, or just when they finish high school, they go into the workforce for these career fields. Like, for example, a lot of furries go into the career fields for mathematicians, and technicians. And both of those fields, like mathematics obviously has math, and technicians, you gotta know a little bit of math and some algebra too. Now, there's actually one important aspect to the subject of math which pushes a communist agenda, and that is the fact that there is a equal sign. Like, you know, if you do 2 plus 2 equals 4, or 14 plus 18 equals 32, the equal sign there is actually a symbol for communism, because it's like, oh, we're all equal, there's no difference or anything, no one's original. So that's definitely why teaching math to children actually encourages some communist agendas. So we need to like take math out of schools. We need to stop teaching math in schools and everything. So you got to understand that these furries that know a lot of math, and they you know, they talk about you know, like USSR memes and everything like that, and you know, they're clearly just communists, and same as people in wheelchairs, they also are communist. And you know, you should be afraid. You should reject the furry community, because the communist furry agenda is going to take over our world. So be aware, be prepared. And that has pretty much been this video. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to further help out my channel, make sure you download the InfoWars app, and also buy my mouse pads and my condoms that are InfoWars logo endorsed and everything. They'll be linked down in the description down below, as well as check out the SeetherCord Patreon and the coffee to donate monthly to help me spread the awareness about the furry communist agenda that's taking over our society. Also, make sure you smash that like button, turn that notification bell, and subscribe altogether, so that way it helps out this channel in getting more awareness about the furry communist agenda going on. So definitely make sure you guys do that. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video, guys. I've been SeetherCord. Make sure you stay aware. You know, don't trust anyone. You know, only got yourself, and also me. Trust me. Also buy my my products. I got my growth hormones for your penis that are sold in tablets form. They'll be linked down in the description on my Patreon. Anyways, go check that out, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I've been Seether. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.